I'm Paul Matonis, and one of my passions is playing music, and this little harmonica is a big component of that activity. Tonight, I'm going to unravel some of the mysteries hidden within the confines of this fine musical instrument. Yeah, just two harmonica players. The great Bob Dylan, who's been my musical idol since 1963 when I was 11 years old, and myself, who's not famous at all, but trying to sound just as entertaining as my good musical hero, Bob. Additional artistic inspiration comes from the great Neil Young and Vicky Thorne of the Australian group The Waits. Vicky is one of the finest harmonica players I've ever heard live in person. Totally fantastic. Matthias Horner is like the Henry Fords of harmonicas. In 1857, he was the first one to mass-produce harmonicas on an assembly line, making them available for the common people. I play the most common type, known as a diatonic harmonica. It plays the 8 notes of a major musical key, it has 3 positions, and it can play 3 octaves of that musical key. So position number 1 is going to be holes 4 through 7, and they correspond with the marked piano keys on the diagram. You start off by pushing air into hole number 4 to create note C, and then you draw air through the harmonica to create the second note, which is D. So you start out with 2 notes per hole, 10 holes for 20 notes, and then by altering the airflow in and out of your mouth, you're able to bend the notes into sharps and flats and create a total of 36 notes. Now, to hear the full capability of what this little harmonica can do, go to Buddy Greene and hear him play at Carnegie Hall Rossini's William Tell Overture, also known as the theme song from the Lone Ranger TV show. Now, the harmonica consists of 5 major components. You have the upper shell, you have the upper reed plate, you have the body of the harmonica, also called the comb, you have the lower reed plate and the lower shell. The upper reed plate is hinged at the end closest to your mouth, and it has these reeds of varying lengths, and when you push air into harmonica, it exits out through the reed, causing it to vibrate, and that creates the sound of the note. The lower reed plate is hinged at the opposite end, away from your mouth, so when you're drawing air in through the harmonica, again, the air comes over the reed, causing it to vibrate, and that creates another note. So in order to know what to do where, you need to know if you're going to be either pushing air through the hole or drawing air out of it. And so what we do is we mark the number of the hole, and regular numbers is for pushing air in, circled numbers are for drawing air out. Besides recreational enjoyment, there's also some health benefits for the controlled movement of air in and out of the harmonica. Medical experts have helped people with breathing difficulties improve by learning how to play. The prices vary. For a beginner, the Easy Rider is a nice harmonica, and it sells for under $10. The Folkmaster is a very fine instrument that sells for $20. My favorite, the Lee Oscar, sells for $32. Now, I juggle my life around work, spending time with my lovely wife and daughters, and trying to become a more entertaining musician. I find that I have to use the 3P principle, which is practice, patience, and persistence. As you can see from the big smile on my face, I really enjoy doing this. By knowing when and where to push and draw air, strum a few chords, play a few notes, I can entertain myself and others for hours. Now, the harmonica is small and lightweight, and even with 40 pounds of backpacking equipment, it is not a problem to bring along some music. I like to think of the harmonica like Jell-O. There's always room for it. So the harmonica will only play music in one key, so if you want to play music in a different key, you're going to need a different harmonica. Currently, I'm working with 11 different keys, and Blowin' in the Wind is played in the key of C.